Hey, Brenna, welcome in.
Yes, welcome to Hearth Sagas. I am Renee Anderson, president of War Maidens, and we will spend a couple hours chatting about our projects and what's going on.
So far yet.
Well, some projects going here. So, actually, it's been a very busy week.
Busy day.
Well, that too. Early start, late ending. So, yeah, and kind of wet and kind of drippy.
And Brenna says, hi.
Righty ho, everybody. But we did have Viking music in the booth today, so which is always good.
Anna, are you up to this playlist or should I switch to it?
I like this playlist. Just a hint of energy tonight, so you're not digging it? Too much for you?
I know some of the songs on the playlist.
Well, you can switch it. That's fine. So I am working on getting the Inkle Loom going again. It's been a couple bits since I played with this, and it's time because I was very bored in the booth today. So, yeah. So I've got my pattern, which I am just threading my chart now. So I have 12 cards I got to thread. So, yes. So we are playing with string. Sometimes it feels like I'm a cat and I'm just tangled in my threads here, but we will get there.
What so the blacksmith and I recently replayed Skyrim again, and we went to Elsewhere this time. Well, we always do, but there was a different dialogue this time. I don't know if it's like a mod or something like that, but I was an adventurer like you once until I found a ball of yarn.
This isn't so bad because it's short, but when I am doing a backstrapped project, I will have thread from that warping peg all the way past our camera, down the hallway,
down the stairs.
Well, almost to the stairs.
No,
to the stairs, yeah. And it gets tangled, and yeah, just a little more challenging sometimes than it should be. But yeah. So yeah, it has been a very busy week. So I got the rigid heddle loom fixed and I started weaving again. So I'm very excited. I actually did probably 2 inches this week. So progress has been made. I'm not fighting it nearly so bad. So that makes me happy. And I think I've only got 2 feet left on my project. So the end is in sight, and then I can put something else on there. So.
And you have the poncho going.
Yes, it is.
How's the new heddle spin?
Much better. So I switched to a polyester heddle on my heddle rods because I'm doing a spot Bronson lace, and it's complicated. So I wanted to challenge myself a little bit. I love the pattern. I've done it with a weaving sword, but I'm trying to do it in a more structured manner, shall we say. And I'm doing 48 inches across the loom, which was probably not a brilliant idea. So I'm wrestling with that in some cases. But yeah, no, it's all good.
Give me one moment, guys. Okay, I think we're still good. Okay.
But yeah, so that made progress there. I was really excited about getting that moving again because it got stalled out and that just made me sad. So we are back in business on the loom. I'm got another project ready to go on the floor loom that when I get a few other things fixed, I will be working on that. So kind of excited. Things are progressing, and we're making soap again. So I have.
What did you sell at?
I didn't sell out of anything necessarily. Well, some of the shampoo bars are like miserably low in inventory. So getting light on tea tree shampoo. I'm getting light on peach mango and mint. So I've got the peach mango. Those will go. I just pulled them out of the box and cut them. So I do like a crinkle cut when I get them on the curing rack. And I do that because it gives me a little more air surface to cure, so they cure a little bit better. And so that's peach mango. That's kind of what I'm selling in the studio tonight. So, and then I tried a new thing. So these are drying. These are a conditioner bar. So I had one recipe I tried and I wasn't really excited about it. This is tea tree and lavender.
And I will say I did test it myself, and it smells absolutely.
So I'm kind of liking that. Yeah, so I got a bag done over the last week and a half or so. So that one is a bigger bag. It's got wooden handles on it.
Oh, that seems lovely.
Yes, that was actually not too bad. I finished the one project that I had on the ankle loom. So I was working on that black and red burqa. So that's done. And I think the next thing up is going to be mint shampoo. So, and then I've got a couple of other things. So it has been soap making mania. I will probably have all my cure racks filled in the next week or so. Yeah, very exciting about that. Things are moving. We are actually at the Wright County Swappers meet this weekend. So we set up Thursday afternoon and had some fun. We have a new tent because what we found when we were out in Ohio is if it rains, we've got when we were doing the double tent side by side, we had like a puddle in between and had to do some weird stuff with our setup because stuff was dripping on our product and it just made us all cranky. So got a double tent, no drippy. We can set up the way we want to, so we've got the full space. Oh,
That's brand new.
Oh. Carefully, right? Ooh, this is lovely. Ooh, is there a little bit of lavender in that one?
So
That is pretty. I like that. Black and brown and gold and lavender and
that is red tiger's eye
red tiger's eye. Okay.
and amethyst.
And amethyst. Well, I got the amethyst there, but
And obsidian.
oh, okay. That's the black that you've got there.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. That's very nice.
I really liked that one while I was making it.
Ooh. That is lovely. Very nice.
And I am now officially out of all of my Gothic style necklaces.
Okay then.
I only have one more now.
Uh-oh. That's kind of a good problem to have, right? Because
Well,
that's you sold out at Nights and Pints, right?
yeah, I sold out all of my Gothic style double band necklaces. And the sets even, not just the necklaces.
Fun.
Yeah, I even had a couple of commissions this month.
Yeah, I think those shipped out Thursday, so that was good.
Well, I made one Monday, and then it was immediately bought the same day. But that one was very. I really liked that one too. The snowflake accenting.
Okay.
Very pretty. Welcome, Dash.
So I am stringing multiples right now, which is kind of fun because I can go faster, but I get tangled in my string. This is going to be a little bit more Christmassy than I thought it was going to be, but I like the color combos.
So what's the color combo?
It is going to be red, green, and white. I'm hoping that it's not like really Christmassy looking, but because I got 2 shades of green in here.
Are you sure that's green?
Yes, it's green.
Wait,
it's
or
green.
is that purple?
No, the red is very kind of burgundy-y. But I've got 2 colors of green in this, so. I mean, we haven't. Nights and Pints was fabulous. That was so much fun last weekend.
We got a question of: are y'all practicing pagans or heathens?
We are not practicing. We embrace our Norse cultural background. So
we have ancestry still rooted in Finland or Sweden?
both.
Oh, both.
Both, yes.
It's more of a family homage for us. I mean, I usually hear the sagas and it's like, yep, that sounds like something one of my relatives have done.
I've been trying to get my dad to watch the movie. I saw it and it's like, my relatives in this.
I'm not sure I know that one.
It he was trying to get it on one of the Roku channels, but it's not there. I know it's playing on Netflix. They've got a sequel coming, or the sequel is out. But it just kind of reminds me of my grandfather when I watched it. It's like, oh, okay, very little dialogue, but lots of fun.
Well, it's another one that I was told to watch. I still haven't gotten around to it.
I don't know.
Viking show or
Oh, it might have been one of them. And yes, I am going to read an early meal cookbook on my way to Vietnam. So I promise by the time I get back, I will be done with it. Truly. Promise. I promise.
That's all right. I'm still working my way through the book called The Way of Fire and Ice. I'm a bit of a slow reader. I don't have much time to read. It's been very interesting. It puts the Norse beliefs and stuff like that into perspective. Yeah.
And then you've got the have them all kind of in progress too, sort of, kind of.
Yeah, that one's gonna take me a while. Oh, we got a comment of alrighty, no shame. I'm beginning the practice. However, would you all be interested in hand forged items?
Well, we love hand forged items. Our forge is almost up, kind of, maybe, sort of. Getting closer. It looks more like a forge.
Well, he's test fitting all of the pieces. So So once that's set, then it's just getting the refractor
Burned
taken
in.
care of.
It has been a process, let's just say that.
Blacksmith too! All exclamation.
So
Okay, we have a blacksmith.
we have a blacksmith. No, and
We are an eclectic group of different artisans.
that's probably a good way of putting it.
Well, you do fiber art.
I do a lot of fiber art.
I do jewelry. And some cosmetics.
And obviously we're doing personal care items. That's kind of what launched some of this stuff for us. I saw all of this lovely fat and it's like it's going to waste.
Well, you saw it at a local event.
Yeah. And they gave me their can of fat. So
donate it.
Yes.
On a regular basis.
Yes.
Then
sometimes they're not really good about it and the quality. And I've kind of outgrown that. I'm just making so much soap now that they can't keep up with me. So my kitchen can't keep up with me. So I'm very, I consume a lot of fat in the soap making process now. So, which is good. It's been fun.
But now you have shampoo bars.
Yes, we are working on the conditioner bar. I have this.
Beard oils.
Yes. Well, I got to get these out to my samplers to give me the feedback. They were okay with the last batch, but I'm not okay with the last batch. It's not quite what I wanted. So I'm trying a new recipe. So we'll see. Surprise. So yeah, Nights and Pints was fun last weekend. Great weather. The crowd was we were busy. The crowd was great. The knights in their bashing armor were great. We had a good location. It had a loudspeaker this time, so we could hear what was going on. And
there was a comment. Well, I'm trying to spread my business as well as a beginner blacksmith. The Crow's Smithy is the name. Well, thank you for the follow. We do appreciate it. But our bearded fellow does make them, so we know they work.
They absolutely work.
I know I personally use it for my hair. It gets dry up in the north.
Yeah, it seems like March we may be forgetting that it's still, well, I mean, we're obviously past March now, but my hair felt so dry this spring. Well, we had a dry spring. We're getting wet now. We were in a red flag warning for a while. I think you were talking about, taking an episode outside.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing a bonfire Hearth Saga one of these. But the
well, we're past that. We've gotten rain now in the last few days, so so we are out of that danger. So that sounds like a really good solstice sort of thing. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
None of you are.
I am always down for a good bonfire.
Somebody give me fire.
Well, I mean, our January bonfire was pretty spectacular.
Wasn't it like
it was large?
Big.
I think I paced it off. It was the size of a boat. It's just, so when I say burn the boats, I kind of am not kidding. It was really big. It was really, really big. But
give me fire. Who gave it to me?
I don't know who that silly person was, but it was good. No, it was hot enough that we had to like stand back for a little bit. let it burn down. It was good. It was good. There was cider and swords and fire and I don't know what else you could ask for. Oh, yay. We have our practice sorts coming.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The tracking number yet, so but yeah. That will be exciting. My trainer's excited. I'm maybe shouldn't have told him because I'm sure there will be some sword practice at some point in time. I think I might prefer that to any of the grappling because he usually puts me in a leg lock and it hurts.
Oh, the Gleema guy is going to be there.
Oh, that's right. So Great Northern is starting to put their schedule out.
Well,
that is
for those of them who don't know what Great Northern is.
Yes. So that is after we are done with the Swappers meet this weekend. That will be our next event. That will be down in Mankato.
2 weeks from now?
It's 2 or 3 weeks away. I think
technically right this second it's
14th, something in that neighborhood. And yeah, it's right before the solstice. And it will be down in Mankato. So they've got a website and a Facebook page. And you can track our website. We've got links to those things as well.
I think the tickets are through EventMe, but don't quote me on that.
I know I've got to square up some ticket stuff with them in the next week or so before I go. But so I think the Night in Valhalla, that's their 21 plus. That starts at 8. And
8 p.m.
8 p.m. goes to midnight.
They will have a bunch of experts there. They have professors on Norse culture, runes, facts versus actual, or myths versus facts, all in the mead hall, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think that's right. They'll have some music and dancing and
fire dancing,
mead. There will be mead.
I saw that they are going to have the oarsmen too.
And they've got a strongman coming. Yeah. I saw that.
See, so last year they opened up the Gleema, I guess, mini tournament. I don't know if it was really a tournament or of championship.
Yes. So I think there will be some of there will be some contests and games.
I think they're bringing back the Viking games.
Which are awesome.
So much fun. I absolutely love the Viking game. Oh yeah, did you ever get our set of salted fish taken care of?
No, I have not. I have not.
Why don't you explain the game of salted fish?
It's entertaining, especially if there are some adult beverages that have been consumed. So you're blindfolded. You have your hand on a chest
or table
or whatever's available.
Something.
My guess is this is probably a mead hall game, is where this may have started.
No, because they said it was at ports.
Oh yes, that's right.
Because they had chests and salted fish rations.
Well, so they've got these. So the way that they had it set up was pillowcases with stuffing in them, and you're blindfolded, have your hand on the chest. You cannot you cannot leave the chest.
You must be touching your hand must touch the chest at all times.
Touch a truck, except you get to hit each other. So
I don't know, but his last year they had the blacksmith and his wife.
Oh, it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And it was hilarious. I mean, we had so much fun watching from the booth. I mean, they had tug of war and all kinds of good stuff going on. So we had a blast just watching from the booth. So
And we had a front row seat.
we had a front row seat. We absolutely did. It was awesome.
It was so much fun. And of course, then there was the tug of war, which
Yeah, that was great fun. So we had front row seats for that too. But yeah, the salted fish game, you basically whack each other, or
Well,
you
I think
attempt to whack each other.
I think it's one of three, or best 2 out of 3 rounds. But yeah, but no, you have to go. May I hit you with my bag
of salted fish?
of salted fish? Whack! And a miss.
So you can leap out of the way and kind of dodge, and so you're guessing because you're blindfolded, so you don't know where they're going to go. But
didn't the blacksmith get
his
in the
wife
face?
His wife just pummeled him. So
it was rather funny to watch.
It was great fun. So that's coming up in June. So we'll be in the studio next week.
Well, we might be in the workshop down below.
Well, that's true. We might be. Well, I will be here, and then it's the week after. So the week after, you might be down in
the actual
workshop, not in the studio. That's fine, and then you're looking at maybe a special guest for a couple weeks. You're still kind of wrestling through that.
If the schedule works out, that's awesome, but I am also open to suggestions. But it'll depend on
schedules and everything else, because I will be just on my way back from. I won't be back yet, so I won't be back till Saturday. So
missed it by one day.
Yes, still be in Vietnam. So
our moderator has disappeared on us.
Huh. This is moving along quite nicely. So yeah, we've got.
How many cards left do you need
to? This is a 12 card pattern, so it's not terribly wide, which is fine. The Viking patterns would not have been terribly wide. It would have been more narrow bands. This material would have been they would have done it out of silk or wool or linen, and the preference would have been
probably that would have been Undead Merc as the moderator.
Okay. So this will be a fairly narrow band, which is fine. Okay.
Completely
do. Yes, you did. Not the first time today. It has been. So the day started at 4 a.m. I think that was my wake up call this morning. That was
yours. And I've been up since yesterday.
Well, there is that. So this particular swapper's meet is not too far away. It's fairly large.
It's an eclectic group.
It is very eclectic. There is everything from absolutely phenomenal junk, some really interesting
nice stuff.
Yeah, so we're on the spectrum there, but
our stuff
yes. But we have come away with some weird things out of there too.
Like a blower motor to a charcoal?
It was a bellows. It was a hand bellows for a charcoal forge. And I got a spinning wheel from there, which I'm still wrestling with a little bit. Not just a little bit, a lot. Uh, it's kind of set up for linen, which naughty me, I have not got my flax in out in the greenhouse yet. So that is a project for this weekend when I get a spare moment.
Oh, our blacksmith is looking into making a like 3-in-1 system for you, where he combines it all onto one stick. He's excited.
Okay.
I don't know why, but he is excited.
Well, that's interesting. Okay. So, all right.
It's like, isn't that the thing that your mom makes? I'm like, you mean the thing that she needs? Yes.
Alrighty then. So
Well, at Village Viking Festival, he actually learned, like, he didn't realize that it took so long.
Oh, for flax processing?
For linen?
Oh, crazy.
And he's just like, there's gotta be an easier way. And so he's been, like, on a rabbit hole of trying to figure out how to make it.
Well, he was all excited. So he showed me some videos and I went, yeah, I know the process. Believe me, I know the process. Nothing you can teach me here.
But he's so excited to learn. It's cute. Okay.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, he was all excited. Hey, it's like, yeah, well, you start with retting the flax, and then you go into breaking the flax. Yeah. And you sketch the flax. Yeah. Got it.
Well, I don't know if he actually realizes that you have tried it processing it by hand already.
Well, I have a sketching board. I don't have a good sketching knife. I have a very poor break process. I will completely admit that. It grows easy enough. That's not the problem. It's the getting it into something useful. And then it's really long fiber. So the spinning wheels have a distaff because you need like an extra hand to hold on to this stuff because it's kind of crazy. My microphone came off. I'm just flinging things here.
Just decided to yeet.
Well, yeah. So apparently, it definitely is looking more Christmassy than I want it to.
I don't know. It looks like green, white, and purple to me.
The red is deeper, so it's kind of a it's a deeper red. It's not like red.
Well,
It's
it's
more
sitting right next to the green, so
yes.
It's the color I can't.
Oh well, okay. There is that.
Right, colors.
Colors, yes. My entire household, I think I'm the only one who actually sees.
No, Steve sees full color.
Okay.
I'm just
so
just the genetically related ones.
Okay, it's like, well, don't ask you for color. Don't ask you for color. I'm on my own. Color is just yeah. You people and your color blindness.
It is genetic.
It is. But you're not the same colorblind as your dad is.
Actually, I might be, but I might be having more in between shades right now.
Well, everybody has, every colorblind person I know has problems with in betweens. So, yeah.
Because, like, the in betweens between blue and green get a little. So, like, is your shirt green or blue?
It's green.
Okay.
It's a bluish green, but it is green.
I couldn't tell. It looks grayish. Something.
So that's definitely colorblind things. Yes.
Like, I know it's one of those cool colors. It's just I'm not 100% sure.
Yes. Let's see. What else do we have on our project list here? So
I've been working on.
Talked about the soap, yeah. No, we talked about the soap. Let's see.
Well, I mean, there's the
talked about
Viking chair back there. I haven't.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that a little bit last week. You haven't done anything more with it.
I actually decided on what I was going to with it.
Oh, okay. Do tell.
So I'm only going to do the bird in black.
Okay.
I
I think that's fair.
So the issue that I'm having right now is, do I change the branch that it's perched on?
I wouldn't. I would leave all of that. And that's just maybe my preference is leave the branch black with the bird.
Well, what I was thinking is maybe just doing the sky blue in the background and then doing black everywhere.
Okay.
The only downside is that then it would be really, really warm during the summer. It's black and
yes. Thing.
For the sake of
whoever's going to scald their tushy on it. Is that what you're saying?
Fire.
We're back to that, are we?
Yeah, plus, then I also have the makings of the Edwardian morning dress back there, kind of mapped out for the appliques. I guess I haven't really gotten to show that one yet.
Yeah, that just started this week. We just brought the mannequin up here for you to.
I literally made
that. Okay.
Well, because I wanted to get the bodice figured out first. That's probably the hardest part.
It is, yeah. Skirts will be fairly easy.
Well, and I would have it as a separate piece.
Okay.
Because I like to mix and match sometimes, so. I want to turn that around.
Let me try here. Yeah. I lose all my threads here. That would be bad. Kind of sleepy, is it? So yeah, I have a sense that I will have denim in my future for a while. Oh, I have to get tent covers done. So since we have a new tent, I need to have tent covers before we go to Great Northern. So, and I need sew denim, and yeah, I'm kind of feeling the crunch here a little bit. So, yes, in my own tracks.
That does seem to be happening.
Yeah, where did I put that? Where did I put that? Oh, right there.
I am still baffled that I am getting so many commissions on those Gothic necklaces.
They are very cool, though. Very cool.
I thought they were kind of standard.
No, not really. Maybe for you, but.
Well, that's what I would expect in a Gothic necklace. Well, there's one hanging on the pegboard, but you would have to unhook it. But that one's already spoken.
Well, then I can't unhook it. But
I
could.
You could show it.
I could
say as an example.
Yes. So there is a device called a Lazy Kate, which I don't have. So my spools go every which direction.
Don't you have the buckets over there?
I have tried them and they just don't. So I might have to. And so I know people have done it with like Amazon boxes and sticks. I have tried to do some of it, and and I think it might be the spools that I'm using to don't unroll the way that, well, if I'm using a cone, it's all rolled on. This one is kind of done weird and has a pattern to it that may not be great for a lazy Kate, but we will do what we need to do here. So
as long as it has enough room to move, it shouldn't be.
yeah, and I think I just made it a little tight and it just was not having it. So, but I'm making progress.
Oh, we should discuss the new character
Oh, yes. Yes.
or costume, I guess.
New costume. So Tira's been wrestling with, who does she want to be when we're in the booth and what kind of character does she want to portray? And I think we've got it established in terms of how she is going to play in the booth. So she got a pin when we were at a festival
3 years ago.
Was it 3 years ago? That sounds about right.
years
And
ago.
it's kind of fitting, and I think she can have a lot of fun with it. The pin says dungeon bait. So she's been trying to figure out what on earth she's going to do with that character.
Well, I was thinking of it as a D&D campaign, Dungeons and Dragons campaign, of like, what would a character whose sole job is to be dungeon bait, what would their attributes be? What would their skills be? What would they look like? What would be the tools of their trade? It started as a hypothetical, and then it snowballed into
I can do this.
I can do that. So I made a pair of wrist cuffs not too long ago that had bells and I guess you could say leather feathers on them. That would be my best description. And I absolutely loved making them. And they're not as loud as I thought they were.
They were a little quiet. So it was not as obnoxious as I was anticipating. Good bet. So you wore them at Nights and Pints, right? That was
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's like I got a lot of comments on it of like, oh, that's awesome. And so it's like, well, what would a character whose sole job is to be dungeon bait? I came up with a character that has apples that attach to their hat on a brown hat, kind of like a bowl. And I was thinking plumage, but feathers of some sort around the collar.
Could be fun.
I'm gonna play with it. It's
just see where it goes.
Well, everybody really likes the wolf mask.
Yes, that was commented on by people who only got to see it in pictures. It was.
I think I'd stopped in Walmart.
Yes. Great picture.
I don't know. I like any costume that I make, it always has to have a personality to it. Any costume I ever put on, that is my own. Well, it's the same way for jewelry. I want my jewelry to have a personality of its own. That's usually how I make them. I really just want to look at that necklace again.
Which one?
Oh, the one that I just made. I was actually really impressed with that one. Because I think that's the other.
So we were talking about, just what spacer beads we've been using. So we are trying to source some more material again, and I don't remember where I got it. So now we got all of that fun. They were really cool spacer beads, but they were not filigreed or fancy. They were just solid. And
Cuter looking.
Yeah, I think they were hematite if I remember correctly, but I don't remember where I got them.
Well, if that's the case, I should have been selling those necklaces a lot more.
I don't remember. Truly. do not. Right, I am on the last card of the multicolors, which is kind of fun. So, very fun.
I just realized this song has been going.
Oh, hey, that's a bit.
Okay, but it's by the band. Oh gosh, I know I'm gonna butcher this name. I apologize to the band for this, but Heilung?
Oh yeah,
Heilung.
Heilung.
They're Swedish, or
That's
they speak a lot of Old Norse, like chants and rituals that have been written down, and then like redo them with modern technology.
very fun.
I love that band.
So that was not one of the, well, obviously, how can you pass on Peyton Parrish? So the Valhalla calling piece that I've been working on, it's turning out like a career thing for me, like my career cabaret piece. My partner's getting really, really excited because it's looking, it's feeling solid. We're hitting the marks in the music that we've got. And we got people in when we're in the studio rehearsing, they will just peel off the dance floor and just start clapping along from the sidelines. So it's like, okay, well, alrighty, here we go. So I'm hoping it's kind of that crowd pleaser I want it to be. So that's coming up in July. So, whew.
Is that already?
What's that?
Is that in July?
It is in July. So July, it's right after it's the weekend right after the 4th of July.
Uh-oh,
So
did it pause on me? You still back? Do. Good button.
uh,
Okay.
yes. All right.
Woohoo. About to.
Have a small panic?
Yeah, just a little one.
Okay.
Becky's not always been my friend lately.
No, when you went to go try to film Valhalla Calling the first time we did it, everything, every electrical thing. I mean, to the point where my dance partner was like, "Yeah, that was kind of crazy," and it's like, "Yeah, it was. It was absolutely,
joined. Okay, welcome.
absolutely unexpected electrical fun for whatever reason."
Just nice typo. Heyo.
Yes. So we have 2 cards left here. Kind of exciting. Progress has been made.
That is a good thing.
It is. And now I'm down to single color. So I think the Lazy Kate doesn't work with these spools because it goes over the edges. So if I was using just my Maysville cone, it would be better. This one, because it like rolls sideways, not a thing.
That's where you need the ones that like encapsulate it.
I'm not even sure that's gonna be a thing. So just my level of frustration. I mean, I like these spools because it's nice and fine and it's gives me color variations and options. I mean, the Maysville's fine too. I like that. It's just a little heavier. I mean, it's rug warp is what it is, but this is probably more texturally what you would get with silk and linen fibers. So I'm kind of making a little more upscale stuff right now. So narrower bands, more decorative. This is the Icelandic pattern I'm doing or I'm warping on now. And then the Oseberg will get something similar, but I think the color combinations I'm looking at there are going to be a green, and I'm not sure. I'm not really sold on the green right now.
Or you could go to blue.
That's what I'm wondering if I want to go to blue, but I've got green, gray, white, and yellow. Otherwise, I would do blue, gray, white, and yellow. Kind of waffling on that one a little bit.
You could do both.
With the pattern, I wanted the yellow to be the accent piece and the diagonal in the pattern. So I'm not completely positive on that one yet. I'm still thinking about it. I've got it laid out and it looks cool together, so that's usually how I kind of draft it up a little bit, is just kind of place them together. If I like it, it's probably going to be okay. It looks solid. We are getting close to done. Like I said, I've got this is
For that.
well, yeah, the weaving hasn't started yet, but I've at least got the loom warped, and sometimes that's almost so when I'm doing the floor loom, that actually is the longest part of the process. That is days worth of activity. And so once I get it warped up, then the weaving goes really, really fast. But it's getting to that point. So it's usually a day or two for me to get all of the warp thread on the back beam, and then to get the heddles strung. So let's see, it's the whole process they call dressing the loom, but I've got to string the heddles, slay the reed. So
And we have practice swords coming.
and we have practice swords coming. Yes, we do. I'm actually kind of excited about that.
Yeah, but knowing you and me, we're gonna end up like practice fighting in front of the booth during festivals when it's slow.
And this is a problem. Why?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't consider it a problem.
Well, okay. I wouldn't either. This is the last card I have to string. Then I can start weaving. So that is always the start is always a little
It's slow.
yeah, you got to get the tension right. And why are your hands cold?
So dry.
Oh, dry. Okay. You need body butter.
A chance to dig it out of my bag.
It is going to be early to bed for us because we get another Dark 30 call in the morning. So
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Yay.
Yay! I am sorry, but 4 a.m. just is painful. It hurts. It hurts.
People shop at 4 a.m. apparently.
Well, these people do. I don't know who these people are, but they are. So it takes us.
Early birds.
They are very much so. It takes us a little. I mean, we stopped at the gas station, got coffee, important things, snacks, food,
Sustenance.
and we were at the booth ready to get started, and we had brought the product in, but we hadn't put it on the shelf, so we needed a little bit of startup time this morning. But there were people there at 6:00. It's like it's barely light outside.
Impressive is what that is. Dedication. Well, I think a lot of the people there
go to another. Well, it was Friday, so they might have just popped in on their way to work, or
Yeah, that is a possibility.
but wow, that's just and this is very, very typical.
And half our staff is not.
Yeah.
Actually, no. It's only one person.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The Khajiit of the group.
Yes, he is such a good. Have you ever told the story of your first Dungeons and Dragons campaign
So
with all three?
So I had a canned campaign and thought, okay, this might be kind of fun to play with these guys because just get started with something. I haven't played with them before, and like I said, it's canned, so I am not under any illusions of anything. But I'm reading through the scenarios here, and they've got their characters, and they.
Okay, so let's describe the character first.
Okay.
So we have a 8-foot tall Khajiit, which is in D&D it's Tabaxi, in Skyrim it's Khajiit. But
we didn't put the Khajiit poster out today. Or
yeah,
yes.
I was so upset.
Oh well, I know where it is. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it.
But so Tabaxi rogue with stealth skills, and then it was an elf, but it was a halfling, I think. Halfling elf cleric. So two characters in this campaign. 2 players. And how did this campaign start again?
Let's see. The farmhouse. Well, so I'm reading. So I'm reading through their characters and what kind of their strengths and weaknesses are, and then this campaign starts with a dairy farmer who makes cheese, and
and didn't he put in crippling dairy addiction?
Yes. It's like, okay, this is gonna go horribly awry in
5 seconds.
In 5 seconds. Yep.
And how did he knock on the door?
With a fish.
Yep.
It was like, okay, this is
starting off.
This is starting off very, very odd.
And I don't know what happened to the poor elf. That took a very
dark
short turn. It was not my intention for that character, but it worked. We didn't even finish that campaign.
No, we kind of got stalled on some things, and
I think we just never had the time to sit down.
And
do it again.
It's been interesting, but yeah, it was an interesting introduction to your characters. Yes.
So the blacksmith and I had played those exact same characters in a different campaign, so we pretty much took 2 characters from one campaign and just kind of wandered them into this one. But if it's any consolation, the previous campaign, he just jumped from tree to tree and then just landed on goblins from above.
I would not have necessarily any complaint about that, but
well, okay, so the last band, that D&D campaign had a lot of crazy characters. So first it had the 2 that we've already mentioned, and then it had a giant cyclops with 0 intelligence and with half dexterity. And I know we had another NPC, but the character was not memorable.
Okay.
Basic stats.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of a typical fighter.
So I actually got this started. Oh. So I left a tail, and I will use this to sew the ends. So I will overstitch the ends so it doesn't unravel on me.
That is actually really cool.
I think it's going to be okay.
I like it already.
Yeah, it's very geometric, which is that Icelandic pattern anyway. It's got kind of a light green on the very inside edge with the darker green on the outside. And then it's going to have red and green diamond chevrons in it. So it still looks Christmassy to me, but I think it'll be okay. Okay. So yeah, this tail is these would have been colors, probably not so much the green. They would have had to do some.
Well, they would have had green.
They would have had green. It would have been
Grass.
over dyed. So well, and not so much. They would have taken a woad dyed fabric, and then they would have over dyed it with weld, and that would have got them their green.
Wait, woad and weld are two different things?
They are. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Woad is blue. Weld is yellow. So.
You know, I'm gonna get those two mixed up. So
absolutely, that's fine. So woad is blue, weld is yellow.
That doesn't help
me
either.
And then the madder root, they would have done acorns and brown. Brown would have been a thing. The madder, they would have gone from like a deep red into pink as the dye bath gets used up. So I think the Welsh Viking has a pair of pink Viking pants because it was dyed in the end of the madder bath. Yeah. So. So that is on my to-do list, project wise, is to get madder dyed cotton. So I'm kind of excited about that. Kind of. Yeah. But so I have a thing to do in the booth tomorrow if we have moments to ourselves. So
we should do that one of these years of doing a Ward Made campaign.
Could be interesting.
Like a weekend thing.
Yeah. That could be very interesting.
Just go all camp out in the...
Yeah, burn the boats? Absolutely.
Burn the boats.
Absolutely. That sounds entertaining.
I know someone who can help me. I know several people who could probably help me with that.
Ah. That is an option. Absolutely.
I know at least two.
So yeah, our next big event is going to be the Great Northern Viking Festival in Mankato in June.
I'll put in the matches.
Good. Matches are good. We have fire starter, so we make that.
How about that? Oh, and I just dyed all of my hair with blueberry. Okay. Nice.
Why'd you do that?
No idea.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I will have things to do in the booth tomorrow. I'm excited. I hate when my looms are sitting empty. So the floor loom is kind of bugging me a little bit because I have all of the fiber waiting to get warped on, and
you don't have the time.
I just haven't been able to carve out enough time to sit down and get it strung and dressed so I can.
You need to make another duster again.
Yeah. I am seeing denim in my sleep maybe a little bit.
Oh, we're good.
I mean, I like denim, but my machines have been not liking denim this week, so it has been interesting. I pull my bobbin holder out of my machine, which I should be probably doing a little bit more frequently because I am getting so much lint in there. It is just a blur. So we got 2 chevrons now. That's kind of exciting. So it's starting to come together.
Cool.
Yeah. So
I can't do that. That's like ones and zeros for me, and I'm not good at that.
The pattern is you got to pay attention to when you're stringing the cards a lot. And I think I've probably talked about this before. There's kind of a
comment of nice. That looks cool.
yeah, it's very cool. I like the Icelandic pattern. I kind of like that geometric to it. I can make it thicker or thinner depending on how I string the cards. So I wouldn't have to do 3 colors. I could do, and this one I actually am doing 4, but I could do 2 and make them thicker.
Yeah.
I've done some of those where I've got thicker patterns on them. I think one of the tunics that I did was more of a chevron, but it was more solid. So this one just has more color to it.
Oh, we could tell them what we discussed earlier about some of the dusters.
Oh, so Tira was sitting in the booth and it was cold, so we were actually wearing said product. And
I love them. It's just.
Yeah. So she said, okay, can I make her a duster? And can she do, so I've done, and you've seen the runic dusters with the compass on the back that I've bleached
Currently,
out.
they are out on display at our booth,
Yes.
so we do not have them.
Yeah, we're a little sparse in the studio because half of our product is on display.
All of our product
well,
is on
yes,
display.
we're down to the what's in process projects right now,
or just finished.
Or just finished, yes. But she said she wanted to try a splatter bleach. So we were discussing
I have a couple of ideas. So there's one idea that I want to do, which involves doing a bleach, but then re-dyeing it black after, or red or black. I have a theory. I have a plan.
Okay.
Look at me like.
Am I making faces?
Nah, no. But I have some ideas. It's usually what I feel in the moment when I get down to actual freehanding.
Yeah,
anything.
we're kind of arts. It's kind of art. So
I have an idea.
Okay.
So the question is, though, do I put lace? Yeah. So I have
seen that. Yeah.
Lace isn't my thing. So if I'm going to wear it, I would probably do the splatter, but do like a painted on design that I come up with on the spot. Usually that's how that goes. I base it off of what I feel looks right. So. Yeah. I'm either thinking skulls or wings.
Oh, that would be interesting. We'll have to figure out if there's a stencil. So.
Oh no, I don't need a stencil. I know how I'm going to do both.
Okay. Okay. So when I bleached the compasses out, I started with the stencil and just kind of let it bleed out a little bit, and then I went back in and painted.
So that's where it's. I will need to. But.
Okay. Well,
that's why it's like
each denim does it differently. So that was kind of one of the struggles that I had.
Well, same with wood. Depending on the shapes and the knots, it'll vary. It's same.
Okay.
It's pretty much wood.
That is true.
Technically, plant.
Well,
they do kind of operate similar.
Fibery.
Similar.
Yes. No, and I've definitely played with some denim that did not bleach well, and then I had others that it lifted so fast I was like, trying to get the bleach to stop because it just wanted to bleed on everything. So
so that's where I'm gonna do it in stages.
Okay.
So with different dilution.
Okay.
Excited.
Okay, we could almost do like an ombre thing too, maybe.
Well, that was part of.
Okay, all right.
You'll.
Okay.
I think Technicolor Dream Coat only in black and red.
Okay. Well, could be interesting.
Is what would be even awesome is if. What do they call them? Not pleats. I guess it's kind of. It has a different fabric.
Oh, like an insert?
Yeah.
An inlay or something?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So like when you spin or twirl, it.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Panel. Oh, panel.
Panels. Yeah.
There we go. Somebody might know. Very exciting.
I see.
But you know me. Anytime you give me a chance to go,
Sounds like a winter project.
Actually, sun bleaching might not be during the summer.
Well, we have it. Yeah, it's been a little gray and cloudy and wet.
Well, come July, it'll be hot.
It'll be fine. Yes, yes, it will.
We'll miss this rain.
Well, I don't know. We've had a lot of muddy lately, so I mean,
that's always our spring, though.
It is true. I mean, we were sitting in our booth all dry and comfortable, and we're just watching the poor saps walking by in the rain. And yeah,
it's cold. It was kind of cold today.
It was. It was like we had to have the zippers.
But they came into our tent because we were somewhat
dry.
sheltered.
We were dry.
It was
Great.
Somewhat
Come
warm.
on in. It's dry and warm in here.
Totally don't want to sell you something. Not at all.
Come on in. It's dry and warm in here. We've got shiny things. So
we do have shiny things.
Yes.
I stare at them frequently. My crow brain just loves the idea.
Yes. It was a light crowd, but it was good. It was good. So
you sold a duster.
I did. Now I have to make a duster that I'm already behind making. So thank you for reminding me.
I told you to check before the season started.
Yeah, we're going to bring that up again, are we? Yes. I was woefully off. I knew I had to do one, which I did, and then I was not doubled up on the things I needed to. So now I'm in trouble. So
it's okay. The blacksmith's trying to frantically get his.
Yeah, stuff. Well, he's about a year late to me, so close.
Well, unfortunately, we hit the winter season in the middle of manufacturing it.
Yeah.
Or fabricating it.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we had 3 months of stall time.
Yeah, because it was just
not
too
necessarily.
Well, yes, but
we
wanted
climate challenges.
But it was intended to be making product, and it just.
Well, he is almost there.
He is diligently working, so we have let him off the hook for booth duty for a couple of days. So.
Oh, because I know he got some stuff done at the event.
And then we've got 2 more days there, and then we don't have anything until June.
The live stream.
Well, obviously we'll be, doing Hearth Sagas, but we won't have any events necessarily. So we'll be back in the studio next week, and then you're thinking of being downstairs in.
Well, so we might be downstairs, or I might start up a fire. But it might be on TikTok only. When it's just me, I can chat group at a time.
So, and you're hoping that you have maybe somebody, a special guest next, in 2 weeks.
I asked someone to.
Okay.
Hang out.
Okay.
Nerdy stuff,
Okay.
I don't know if I got the dates back.
Okay.
Back to them, so
got it.
I need to.
Got it.
Try follow up on that.
Well, that would be courteous, I guess.
Busy.
Well, yes, we have been crashing and scrambling, and yeah.
I'm not exactly sure when the last time I slept.
Well, we need to get you to bed tonight because, again, 4:30 is an ugly hour to be awake. I felt that one. It is just like wrong on so many levels. Just no.
It's still dark out.
Yes.
I shouldn't be awake.
Well, I think were we yelling at the birds this morning because they were just too loud?
Well, we weren't. They were yelling at us. It was
well, we were not necessarily enjoying their singing. Yes. Be quiet. Shh.
We have a whole bunch of woodpeckers though, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. Especially a tree that's
No.
the deer were staring at us this morning though.
Well, our deer are shameless. They
lick windows.
are
Literally.
just shameless.
So freaky the first night that happened.
Yes, that would be disturbing on a few levels. So
Luckily it wasn't storming, but still just a giant shadow of a head
in the window. Ah!
Well, there was one night that there was like a thunderstorm, and there was one just like standing next to us. I don't know if you had dumped like a compost pile out there or something, but they were munching on something.
Oh, it could be. When I'm grinding apples, so my parents have an orchard, and I go up in the fall and harvest, and I will basically press cider, kind of grind apple juice, and we'll do hard cider. But
Bear.
well, it
I love that
it's
scene from Willow. It's such a priceless scene.
but it's such a mess because you've got all of the apple peelings and bits.
Wait,
and
no, that wasn't.
was that
That was Ella Enchanted. That movie. Sorry, I'm derailing you again.
But yes, I leave apple leftovers in a pile for my compost, but they like it too. You have food. As much as she is not necessarily food motivated, at least when it comes to the veterinarians, it's like you cannot tempt me with cheese.
She will hide in a corner and just point her snoot to the wall.
I'm not looking at you. You don't exist.
You don't exist. Cheese cannot tempt me.
So,
Did I tell you about the time that I took her in and I literally just like placed the cheese cup on her nose because she was not happy?
is that the last time you went there?
Yeah.
She just doesn't. Yeah. So
She's a people person, but she's not that people-y.
she's not that food motivated. She's not gonna fall for treats in a bizarre place. So yeah. So I've actually had to advance the warp, and this is gonna be fun. So I'll have that in the booth with me tomorrow. Yeah, so this is the burqa that I had pulled off of the loom a while back. So I had to replace that because somebody got that done. But I need to get the Ausberg loom strung here. But I have not had studio time to do that. So we'll have to give that a pause for a moment. It doesn't need to be done just yet, but I am going to have to get a move on the tent cover. That is a must-have. And then
What a trip to our favorite bulk fabric store.
oh darn,
Oh.
I have to go buy fabric.
Oh no.
And yes, I think so. We brought the niece over, and I don't think she had been in a fabric store of that proportion.
Well, okay. So the favorite store that we go to is Bulk Bolts.
Yes.
So it is nothing small sized.
It is floor to ceiling pallet racks in a warehouse
Of rolls of fabric.
So I
of
consider
industrial
it,
level.
yeah, I consider it kind of a workout because usually the bolt that I want to look at
At the bottom.
is about 5 down, which means I'm like offloading shelves and they're heavy. So because they're like
Huge.
huge.
They're
And
like what, 4 feet? Usually?
well, the ones that so the canvas that I'm looking at right now is 72 inches wide and it's reasonably heavy. But if it's buried underneath things, and so you're offloading the shelf to get to, and then things are falling, and yeah, it's exciting.
Well, but that was so that store in itself is an experience.
Yes,
It's
it's. I mean, there is fabric dust and fiber and just
you can
string.
just smell the industrial fabric.
But they've got a little bit of everything. So, but because I'm buying the bolts, I have to have them. So normally they'll just let you cut your own if it's less than 5 yards. Okay, just 5 yards,
but
whatever
with
it
how
is.
much we get.
And but I think I did the math for just the plain sections of cover that I need. It's like 20 yards of fabric. So it's not small amounts.
Interesting. S.R. Harris?
Yep. S.R. Harris. They're like one of the very few that are left as a
industrial.
Well, as a tactile place to go look at fabric now. So
well, because they don't have any places like S.R. Harris in Michigan, so
interesting.
Or at least not that I'm aware of. Don't.
Well, I mean, with Joanne Fabrics going out of business, I mean, the
Most
rest of us,
those fabric locations.
Well,
kinda...
fabric is a tactile experience. You need to touch it. You need to feel it. I need to know the weight.
Well, that's why any fashion designer always goes to.
You got to touch it. You got to feel it. You got to figure out how it's going to drape, and sometimes you can't do that with the description in an online platform. So
yeah, that doesn't help. It's like you'll get like a 1 foot square instead of a 3 foot square.
It's yeah. So I like to go and touch and feel and test it. But yeah, so we are going to be bolting more canvas. I've got.
But we have 2 projects.
Well, I know the tent cover. What was the other one? You were looking for. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. We're thinking about it.
We're thinking about
haven't
it.
gotten that far yet.
Yeah.
It was a thought.
Yeah.
But if we're going there anyway.
Well, like I said, it's a good place to even, project ideas. So absolutely. But tent cover first because that has a deadline on it. So I've got 2 semi bolts downstairs. I've got all of the dimensions off of the tent the other day, so I can start measuring.
Trying to walk away from us while we.
But I've got the duster I'm working on. I've got the pieces. I'm done with the sleeves, and then that one's almost put together. So that will be helpful. That will get those pieces off the floor, and then I have to move to tent cover, but then I got to do more dusters again.
I see dusters.
I see dusters. Yeah. I see a lot of denim in my future. Bummer.
Just hammer.
What a Sons of War van.
Oh, there's a movie reference for you.
Oh, yes. That was such a good one. Really enjoyed that one.
It was kind of a not very well known one. I'm curious.
For the folks who saw it, and for all of the Star Trek fans out there,
it was hilarious.
It was like one of the best well done homages.
I think I liked that one better than what the voice actor who did Peter Griffin. He did a show that was kind of a play off of that. Orville? I think so. Something like that. I didn't like that one as much as I did that movie.
That is kind of the go-to if you just want a Star Trek spoof.
Knocking stuff over.
I see that. So yeah.
Yeah, the Orville sound
Oh, okay.
was the other one. That one was pretty. I haven't watched the full thing.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I've seen snippets.
Yeah. Snippets.
I'm dyslexic. I speak English.
On good days.
Stutter though.
Oh yeah.
Imagine I'm writing.
Yeah, and you're writing a book. Good.
Actually, I don't think I've messed up too badly on the dyslexic moment there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which is impressive.
Yeah, it is.
262 pages, and I haven't had that bad of a.
Nice. I don't know what I've done, but my elbow is sore. But
well, you worked out.
Yeah, I did. It was nothing.
So what do you have going with your weight trainer?
So we were doing, so it was Hindu squats and buttocks push-ups.
What?
Kind of basic training stuff.
Repeat the word again.
Hindu squats.
Okay, and buttocks push-ups?
Buttocks push-ups.
Oh, buttocks.
So you kind of start in a downward dog, push through to cobra, and then back up. And you're on blocks, so you're trying to. It's
tight.
Yeah, it's pretty full body and pretty deep into your shoulders. So
so that sounds like a full core. Full body.
And then we ended with we were doing some bridges. So just
someone has decided to join us.
Yes. Hi puppy dog. Yeah. But yeah, so it depends. So we've got. He switches it up on me, so I don't get too used to any one thing or another. So he's just, you've got things and they look good, and
she's the bread thief.
Yes, that is true. She is.
She has, so the dog has an official moniker of the bread thief.
Okay, well, she's earned that one.
Very well.
Pumpkin and bread.
Pumpkin, bread, any bread type products in general.
She ate a half of my pumpkin pie.
Yes. She also ate the tops off your muffin.
That's
your pumpkin
right.
Muffins.
I forgot about the pumpkin muffins.
She has stolen an entire half of a pumpkin that was just freshly roasted. She really ran off with that one. That was the first time I discovered she liked pumpkin to a addiction level. Yeah. Proceeds to look at me like, how
what?
dare you?
I am offended.
Well, and then she ran off with it was a whole loaf and a half of bread that was just gone.
That was like the fresh baked stuff too. It was this like the sourdough stuff
it was French bread, but we had just gotten it that day.
Like, well, new plans for dinner.
Well, we were gonna do French bread pizza.
Yeah, which is fabulous, and
you haven't actually done that.
We have not. We've done kind of more off the shelf stuff lately. Yeah. Alrighty then.
We've been busy.
Well, that is true. So it's been a little bit more rapid food, which is okay. Actually, the disassembled stuffed cabbage was really that was really good.
He just tried that on a whim, and
it was really, really good. So I would happily do that again. So,
well, I think it's going to be added to it.
Okay, good. Because I like stuffed cabbage, but the pain to make them is not worth the effort. So disassembling
was just so much easier.
Obviously, yes. Absolutely. All right. I think
are
we are at saga time, I think. Everybody up for saga?
Let me. Okay.
All right. So we
We
are
just gotta. Yeah.
we're gonna recap what we did before. So we are reading the saga of Gisli the Outlaw, and this is from the Icelandic Saga database.
And what did we cover last week?
So we have two brothers that we've been following. They are the nephews of the original Gisli that started our story way back in the day. So Gisli and Thorkel are the brothers that we've been tracking, and they parted company in our last chapter, and they split their goods between them. So Gisli kept the house, and Thorkel took the goods and the chattel. And this came about because Thorkel's wife loved Vestine, who was Gisli's brother-in-law, and he found out about it and this is not the first time that Thorkel and Gisli have kind of come to odds, because earlier in our story, Gisli had sparred with a friend and killed him, and Thorkel took off and hung out with the other people and turned his back on his family, and then they made up eventually, but now they've split again. So
Yes.
just make up your mind. Thorkel went to live with his brother-in-law, and Vestine had gone voyaging to England, and Gisli, before he had left to England, had given him a coin or a token.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so he had basically this two-part coin that kind of teethed together, and
like a best friend's necklace.
Yeah, kind of on that Mizpah sort of thing. But so it was for if he was in trouble, and it was kind of that life or death sort of thing. So that is kind of where our story left off last time. So we're in winter feast time. So Gisli made a feast and asked his friends to come for a gathering to welcome both the winter and his friends. He had left off the heathen sacrifices after he had gone to Viborg, and he had dwelt with the Christians there. He asked both the Thorkels and his cousins and the sons of Bjartmar. So the day of the feast, Gisli spent making the house ready, and Auda, his wife, spoke. I think something is missing. What is that? Asked Gisli. My brother Vestine is not here, she said. Well, said Gisli, we do not look at things the same way. I would give much goods that he were not here, as I now believe he is. So, because I think Gisli knows the wives had two different takes on it. Gisli's wife was very honest and said, here's what's happened. So he kind of knows that Thorkel is angry with Vestine, and it could not go well if they come together again. There was a man named Thorgrim Bottlenose who dwelt in Nebstead. He was full of witchcraft and sorcery, and he was a wizard and worker of spells. This man was asked to Thorkel's feast, for they had a gathering as large as Gisli's. Thorgrim, the priest of Frey, was a man skilled in forging iron, so these three went aside, the two Thorgrims and Thorkel. Thorkel brought out the broken bits of gray steel. Remember, I had kind of hinted last week that this sword, from the very beginning of our story, had kind of just been quiet, and all of a sudden, this sword is making a reappearance. So that was the sword that his uncle Gisli had used to slay the berserker at the beginning of the saga. Thorkel had the sword when he split his belongings with Gisli. So Gisli got the house, Thorkel got the sword bits. So these three forged a great spearhead from its shards and formed runes upon it, and then it was fitted to a haft and a span long spear. While this forging was being done, Aunund of Tweenale went to Gisli's house and took him aside to talk. He told him that Vestine had come back and was at his house in Hest, and he was coming to the feast with him that evening. Gisli called his two housecarls, they are bodyguards basically, Halvard and Havard, and he sent them with a message to Aunund's house. Find my brother-in-law Vestine. I am told he has come home. Bear him my greeting, and bid him sit quietly at home until I come to see him. It is my will that he should not come to my feast. Gisli gave him the half of the silver coin for a token in case Vestine should not believe the story. Now the housecarls set off and took ship out of Hawkdale and went across the river. There they landed and found a farmer, Bessie. Gisli had sent word that he should lend them 2 horses called the Pair of Gloves. They were the fleetest horses in the fjord. Bessie lent them the horses, and they got on their backs and rode till they came to Mossvale. They turned and rode across the fjord. At the same time, Vestine had started from home and got as far as the sand hill at Mossvale. He came to Hold, but the housecarls had ridden the upper road, so they rode by each other and missed each other. There was a man named Thorvard who lived at Holt, and his housecarls were quarreling over their work. They were striking each other with their scythes and gave each other bad wounds. Vestine came up and made them good friends again, so both sides were well pleased. He rode on for Dyrfjord and Easterlings, and 2 Easterlings were with him. And I think they refer to the Easterlings as Norwegians or folks from the old country, but Easterlings was the word that they kept using in this saga. By the time Gisli's housecarls had reached Hest, they learned of Vestine's journey and how he had left home. They turned back. When they had come to Mossvale, they saw a train of men riding in the midst of a dale, but a jutting crag hid them from their view, so they rode on up the dale. When they came to Arnulfsbring, both of their horses had foundered. The housecarls ran up on foot and called out. Vestine and his men heard them cry, and so Vestine waited there until they met. Gisli's housecarls told Vestine of their errand and showed him the token they carried. Vestine took out the other half of the coin and put the bits together. He grew red and said, "This sooth every word of it, and I would have turned back had you not found me before, but now all the streams fall toward Dyrfjord. I will ride on, for I am eager to see my brother-in-law and my sister, since it has been a long time since we parted. These Easterlings will turn back, however. As for you, go the shortest way as you are afoot, and tell Gisli and my sister that I am coming to them, for I hope to get there safe and sound." Now the housecarls crossed the fjord and came to Hull, and told Gisli all that had happened on their journey, and Vestine was on his way. "So it must be, then," said Gisli. Now Vestine rode the inner road around Dyrfjord, but the housecarls had a boat and were far quicker. Vestine came to Luta, his kinswoman, and Lamdale far up the fjord. She had ferried him across the top of the fjord and said to him, "Beware of yourself, kinsman. You will need to take all care." He said he would do all he could. He was then ferried over to Thingari, where dwelt a man named Thorhall. Vestine went to his house and was lent a horse. Vestine had with him his saddlecloth, and rode with a streamer tied to his spear. Thorhall went with him on the way as far as Sandmouth, and offered to go as far as Gisli's house. Vestine said there was no need of that. "Ah," said Thorhall, "there have been many changes in Hawkdale since you were there last. Beware of yourself." So we're kind of hearing that repeated, beware. With these words they parted. Now Vestine rode on until he came to Hawkdale, and the evening was bright and starlit. But it so happened as he rode by Thorgrim's house at Sabol, in the dusk they were tethering the cattle. Geirmund the lad, the kinsman of Thorkel and Gisli, and a woman named Ranviga. Ranviga was making up the beds for the cattle while Geirmund drove the cattle into the pen. They were at their work when Vestine rode around the town. He met the two. Geirmund said, "Don't come here to Sabol, but go to Gisli." Ranviga came out to the byre and looked at the man and thought she knew him, for she had often seen Vestine. When the two had tethered the cattle in the byre, they had talked about the stranger and who he could have been. They were arguing about it when they reached the house. Thorgrim and Thorkel were sitting by the fire when they came inside. Thorgrim asked if they had seen anyone and what they were arguing about. Oh, said Ronvega, I thought I saw Vestine riding around the town, and he had on a blue cape and held a big spear in his hand with a streamer fluttering on it. What do you say to that, Geirmund? Asked Thorgrim. I did not see clearly, Geirmund answered, but I thought it was the housecarl of Aunund of Tweendale, and he had on Gisli's cape and rode one of his master's horses, and in his hand he had a salmon spear with a landing net bound on it. Now one of you two must be telling lies, said Thorgrim. Now go over to Hall Ronvega and find out what strangers have come. So she went and stood at the door. Outside the door was Gisli, who greeted her and asked her to stay there, but she said she must go back home. What is your errand? Gisli asked her. I only wanted to have a word with Gudrida, she answered. So Gisli called Gudrida, but when she came to Ronvega, she had nothing to say to her. Then Ronvega said, Where is your mistress, Auda? She is here, said Gisli, inside the house. Auda, come see Ronvega, he called. Then Auda went to see Ronvega and asked what she wanted. But she said it was only a little thing, and still she could not say what that little thing was. So Gisli bade her do one thing or another, stay there or go, for he said it was now getting late, so you should not go back alone, though the way is not far. Then she went home and was half as silly as she had been before, and she could tell nothing of any stranger that had come to Gisli's house. Next morning, Vestine made them bring in 2 bags. Some of his lading was there, which he had given to Halvard and Harvard to bring in. One of the bags Vestine took 70 ells of hanging and a kerchief 20 ells long, all woven with a pattern of gold and 3 stripes. He also brought out 2 gilded basins. These treasures he took out to his sister, and to his sister he gave the kerchief, but to Gisli and Thorkel he gave the hangings and the basin between them if Thorkel would take them. After that, Gisli went to Siebold with both Thorkels with him to see his brother Thorkel. So we've got the Thorkels and the Thorkel, So everybody's named Thorkel, which is why we have nicknames. Now Gisli told Thorkel that Vestine had come to stay with him, and he showed the treasure that Vestine had brought. He told Thorkel how the material was to be divided, but Thorkel said, You are worthy to have them alone, and I will not take them. It is not so plain how I shall repay them. So Gisli went home, and Thorkel would not touch the gifts. Gisli thought that things all went in one way and all the same way. So we've got a hint of things to come here. So that is kind of our chapter for the evening on the saga. So we've got gray steel being remade after the bits were broken. They've been reforged.
Well, they would have kept any weaponry.
Yeah, so
even if it was broken.
So it's now been, the blade has been remade. So so they were spear carrying. So the sword is now turned into a spear on a haft.
Well, if it was broken.
So yeah, I think it had shattered when the Uncle Gisli had into the fight with the thrall.
Berserker.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the berserker, it was the father to his wife. So he was technically a thrall, I guess, but so that was kind of the beginning of our story, was the berserker, but at any rate, that is where our story lands for this evening. So kind of our Viking bedtime story. So
Wait, so
no. Oh, we have another.
So 2 chapters
that nobody has died. Okay, amazing. That is absolutely amazing. How did that happen? That's not the sagas I remember. So, but wait, you know it can't last. So Gisli the Outlaw. There's got to be. Yeah, I mean,
there is a
a darker
theme
side
there.
to the story. Yeah, yeah. I mean, alrighty then. Yeah. So yeah, we've got early roll call tomorrow. 2 more days out in Annandale.
And then
Got a
2
couple
weeks?
weeks off.
Well,
Let's
not
see.
really, but
Essentially, it is 2 weeks, 2 weekends off, and then
Great Northern.
Great Northern. Yeah. So, and then I think we've got a couple weekends off, and then I think we actually got a little bit of time there. I'm dancing at Twin Cities Open with
maybe that's
with the
what it is.
Valhalla. So that's July. Well, no, we're back in Annandale at the beginning of July. Twin Cities Open is after that, so I get to do the Valhalla piece, and then I think it's a couple weeks, and then we are doing the Minnesota Bluegrass Festival out in Avon, and then back to Annandale, and then we've got Viking Fest Minnesota. Well, actually, there might be some things in between there. We're not sure. Renfest, we're not sure about yet.
We're
So.
still waiting. They did official. I did just see that they announced
Theme weekends?
Theme weekends.
Okay.
So that means that we're getting close.
Yep. And I know that we've been kind of checking so that we can get our applications in. So
because we have 3 references.
So, and I think we want to be whatever they're. So I'll have to look.
There's the Bold North,
And that's the weekend that we want to be there.
Well, so then they have. So it's either Highland Fling, one in between, and then Bold North, or we do Bold North Woods, Woofstock, which might not be a bad idea.
It might be fun. So we'll have to look at what the theme weekends are and how that fits into our schedule. That's the other piece of wedging that we have to do here. So.
Was for Bold North?
That sounds right, because I think it's the weekend after Labor Day, and I don't remember if Labor Day is late this year or not.
I don't know. They're I'll have to.
So that's.
I sent it. I sent it out.
Okay. Okay. Well, we didn't talk about my bind rune today.
No, you didn't.
Oh my goodness! So my bind rune is health and healing. And I picked that one tonight. So
the dog is trying.
Oh, soap is not for eating. I know it's tallow based, and it's probably thinking that it's for eating, but it's not for eating. So I did that bind rune. A friend of mine just got a breast cancer diagnosis, so I'm just kind of sending out healing energy that way. I mean, I totally understand just the frenzy that happens when you get those diagnoses. It's just a blur. Life just becomes kind of battle. It is your training for the battle. So totally understand what she's going through right now, and so just kind of sending that energy her way. So that was kind of why I picked the bind rune. I was like, maybe I should put energy on, but it's like, no, this is probably a little bit more important. So sent a care package of products off to her so that so she's got her. I think I sent ginger tea and was it mint? I think you're right. So it was either ginger or mint is usually what I like to send. Who's going to be facing kind of chemo, because that's kind of stomach settling sorts of things.
I prefer peppermint to spearmint, mostly because I think spearmint has a bit like a tad bit more acidity to it.
Could be.
If I remember.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I think I was told to always give peppermint or wintergreen because it's easier on the stomach than spearmint.
Yeah. So I have both spearmint. I gotta check. I know that my peppermint did well over winter.
Yeah, but your mints commingle.
Yes, they definitely do.
They
like
look
each
a little
other.
hybridy.
So the other weird plant that's kind of in the mint family that I have out there is called pennyroyal. Yeah, pennyroyal, and I do it for like potpourris, so I dry that, and it's got a kind of a minty flavor, but it would have pennyroyal would be so if
Is
you
that the with the purple ends?
no, that's oregano. This is the one that's kind of draping over the tables out there, but they would have used that for like the rushes. They would have put that in the rushes on floors in like medieval castles because it was fragrant. And so it was kind of like a room freshener is kind of what they would use it for. So I've been growing that and it has done just fine. Um, and it's enjoying its life right now. So um, yeah, so I sent the care package out. So I sent some I sent some shea butter, and then I sent some tea, and I think I sent some soap. So just kind of the typical care package stuff that I like to send out. So that's on its way, and hopefully she enjoys it and just kind of just good healing vibes go in that direction. So uh so um yeah, so that's where my bind rune came from today. I'm trying to decide if how hard costumed I'm going to go into the booth tomorrow. So that's kind of still some decision making that I have to do in the next few minutes because I want to go to bed as fast as I can to get up at 4.
Well,
so.
I was originally thinking that I would make another of the Gothic necklaces, but I am out of certain parts and pieces.
Well, there you go.
I was like, oh, I'll make a necklace quick, for tomorrow morning. Nope.
Not happening.
Well, I did make a necklace, but it wasn't for tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay, well,
Okay.
We're getting close.
I am tired.
Well, yes. I did get out. Well, I did. I said I just need a nap. I need 1 hour where I
tried to give you an hour, but dinner was ready almost the second.
I didn't eat dinner, so I had a really late lunch. So we had kind of it was a weird schedule. It was so disjointed today, just in terms of disruptive.
It rained.
Well, yes.
All morning.
Yes.
All day.
Yeah.
We were fighting rain again.
It's a thing. It is a thing.
We
we got you wellies. You are now prepared.
Yes.
So you can do
I
this.
have my galoshes.
Did we see somebody in galoshes? I think we did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
So back in Village Biking Festival, everybody was wearing, like, everybody transferred to their mud boots at point. Like,
and I didn't even think to. I knew it could be wet. Didn't even think that I should bring my wellies. Just didn't
I had
even
enough sense to bring the Crocs,
but
which saved me on the last day.
Yes.
My boots were. I don't think I can salvage those.
Maybe not.
I don't think I can.
Well, it took me a scrubbing to get my shoes. Yes.
So
yeah,
the scrubbing is not going to help me.
Well, mine. Yeah,
inside the shoe.
Okay, well, that's a totally different concept
like
soaked
here. All the way through.
Well, I think you could rinse them out and just do a couple of rinses and maybe just a lot of drying.
Worth that.
Okay. I mean, we do have a boot dryer. I know we have a boot dryer, so.
Well, they're dry. They're just caked in mud all the way up to the ankle.
Well. So I'm like smelling the peach mango shampoo. So
you're getting distracted by it, aren't you?
I am. It's like.
Didn't we have someone like, it smells so good in here? What are you selling to eat? It's like, nope,
nothing.
just soap.
It's just soap. Well,
I mean,
and that is a true statement. I mean, we pull the lids off of things, and it's just like,
oh, like this. So we have a container for our solid cologne, and anytime you pop the lid off that, you just get
well,
hit with
yeah, our booth is very fragrant. I mean, from
so
the fire starters to the candles to the soap, it's
everything.
yeah, and we wrap it because we do outside stuff. So I just need my soap protected because
Waterproof.
it rains on us. But
The solid colognes. Oh.
yeah, it was.
Well, so we have, I guess, all of the basic, what you would look for in a sense. Earthy, woodsy, funky, fruity, floral, and even mint, and refreshing. Oh wait, no, I don't have a citrus yet.
Okay.
I can fix that.
Okay.
Unless entremet counts, but that's fruity.
Yeah, I no, it doesn't have enough citrus to it. It's too tilted the other way. It's
But with all of those scents sitting next to each other,
yeah, it's yes, our booth is very. It's it's the Viking Bath and Body.
Thanks. No, it's more like Bath and Body Works and Claire's of the medieval era.
Okay, well, we are a Viking boutique, so
Yep.
there you go. So
We have general purpose stuff too.
yep.
Chairs, furniture.
Yeah, actually, that was kind of nice that we got to test the waterproofing on the chairs.
You mean rinse off the mud from the last session?
Well, no, because I brought it. So they had been sitting out, and they obviously were wet. And it's like, well, let's go pull them in the booth for the end of the day. And I just wiped them down, and it was great. They beat it off just great.
Well,
So
I made sure that coat was
completely waterproof. It worked. It worked. So
if anything, I went a little overkill on the coating on those.
no, it was fine. So
Because I think when I was putting those down, like minimum of 6 layers.
that's a bit of coating. Yep. So no, it was fine. So they are outdoor chairs, and
Well,
they did just polyurethane.
I'm not one of the Thea thing. I don't know if it's polyurethane or if it's
It should be polyurethane. But yeah, it's
technical term.
yes. The
No, polyphenol.
yeah, one of those.
The Huzawatchits with the thingamajig and
Yeah, all of that technical. Yeah,
and it does. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I speak English.
Yes, we're back to that, are we?
That is my go-to.
That's your
any
go-to?
moment.
Okay. Yep.
That count as a get out of jail free card.
I'm not so sure.
I speak English. I don't speak it well, but I speak it. I think I said that at the Village Viking Festival after one of my stutters, and somebody's like, "What?" Like, yes.
Yes, a thing.
I feel the same.
Oh boy.
All right, we are at time apparently. Time flew.
It did. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. Tap that like button. Share.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will be here again next Friday.
Yep.
Same time.
Yep. We will have another chapter of our saga. So we've got some build up going.
Yet?
What's that?
Have you read ahead yet?
A little bit.
Mayhem and Murder?
Always.
Okay.
Yep.
Usually.
Yes.
Except for the 2 chapters.
It's just like, what? Nothing happened here?
I was like, I've been waiting for like
The
the other
carnage
shoe to
start?
drop
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so the storytelling has the build up. So, okay, the drama's coming here. So,
Dun, dun, dun.
duh. Exactly.
All right. Well,
All right, everybody. Burn the boats. Have a good night.
see you next week. Bye, everyone.